My name is Emran. I'm alumnus of Lancaster University, where I studied MSc Project Management last year and I graduated. And now I'm working as a business development manager at Askam Civil Engineering. Prior to starting MSc Project Management, I was living in Iran, which is my home country. I was working as an assistant project manager, which means that I had a few years of experience under my belt. I was researching about the different options that I have in a different country and I come across with the Lancaster University MSc Project Management. And I was decided to choose Lancaster University because of many reasons. First of all, I was looking for a high-ranked university, so I went to the different websites to check the rankings and see the by subject ranking of each major I want to look at. Then I come across with Lancaster University. Then I researched more in depth, talking with many people. I found a group of Iranian people who were studying at Lancaster University. I had a discussion with them, and the result of all discussion was a certain decision to come to Lancaster. So I was just impressed by the many things in the UK and historical city with many things, really welcoming people. That was a really good experience. So there are many things, as I mentioned, involved in the course, both interpersonal competencies and technical competencies. So it was hard skills and soft skills together, which was amazing. So honestly, I didn't expect to see interpersonal things in a course, but it was, and it was really helpful. But the other part was a supportive environment that we had in Lancaster University. When I got to know my new classmate, I was blown away by their experience, their backgrounds, and they were all welcoming. And we developed a strong bond together, and many of them now become lifelong friends for me. As part of my role is business development manager, so every business opportunity is a new project for me. I need to apply all the tools and techniques I learned in Lancaster University on them. So from gathering all the requirements client needs to see, and also coordinating with the internal team among different departments in a company, like commercial, estimating, and also managing the communication and engage the stakeholders in the project. So these are all the things that I learned from Lancaster University.
My name's John Lowry. I'm the MD of Askam Civil Engineering. We got an application from Emran. We'd seen a few other people the day before. Emran came in and talked us through his experience and talked us through the Masters he'd just completed at Lancaster University, and he was looking for opportunities in the UK. And we were very impressed by the sort of calibre of person he was, and just talking through the Masters he'd done, it was quite impressive, what he'd covered in that. Well, just looking at how Emran's developed in the role, it's been obviously a learning process. Emran's been learning about the business, how we operate, the type of work we do, our clients, and it's been a steep learning curve. So he also gets involved in coordinating the pricing of each project. So he sort of heads up that department, which there are several of us working there, including myself, and he sort of keeps us all on track in terms of timetables, because there's usually deadlines for submission of bids. We're always looking for guys like Emran to continue the professional development with the business, because obviously if they've got more skills, then they're more valuable to the business, which is good for them and it's good for us.